What up, everybody? This is Marco. Marco's a top salesperson for us in our agency selling insurance. Marco, how long you been in the business? Over a year? About a year?
A year. So a year January this month here.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Marco's a stud. He writes a lot of business. I'll have him talk a little bit about that. Um, and then we'll kind of go into what you're doing for recruiting. But how did you start? What were you selling? What products? And then talk about the kind of transition to, what you're selling and how you're selling today.
Yeah, bro, great question. I appreciate the introduction. Yeah, bro. So I started about a year ago to this date. So I started January 2024. I came from solar, door to door. I started selling actually the other agency that I was with, the other IMO. They were doing like aged mailers, so mortgage protection. So that's what I started selling. I did all right. I mean, I think I did like 23,000 issue paid my first month, and then, kind of around there until I switched to like digital mortgage, about like June last year. I started, figuring it out, digital leads, and it's, a lot more scalable. It's easier to do, bigger numbers with that digital. It's just more sustainable, the lead flow and the lead quality. But yeah, I started hitting like 50s, 56 was my highest month, and then just consistently around 48, 50,000 issue paid in business. Until, I joined, you guys at FFL Capital, doing the move to digital IULs, just seeing you right, 700,000 just with ease last year in your first, year. Um, I knew there was like a lot of leverage in selling IULs. So now like switching over to IULs, dude, it's like so much easier than mortgage protection. And it's like people want it. And yeah, bro, like you've seen our team, we're starting to do like some big numbers. But yeah, dude, I see our team starting to hit like the big numbers here in the next, coming months doing IULs.
100%, dude. So you, you were selling a ton of mortgage. You knew you could sell.
Yeah.
We talked about working together, and your big thing for 2025 was like, I want to sell 1 million. I want to sell a lot. And I'm like, dude,
Mhm.
you have the talent to do it, all those things.
Yeah.
But and I didn't at first I'm like, dude, absolutely. You want to do that? Let's map out a plan to do that. But I think you
Yeah.
quickly saw like, oh wow, like you realize you had the ability to you're a natural born leader. You have the ability to build a business, and now your team is pacing like, dude, 250, 300K a month. And literally, what, dude, 8 weeks ago, you all you wanted to do was sell. So talk
Yeah.
about maybe why you were a little bit hesitant at first to think about the idea of building a business, building an agency, and then what was like that, what was that feeling to see some of the people that you're working with and helping and bringing in and seeing them sell and like, damn, like I can maybe really do this thing. So talk about your
Yeah.
kind of hesitancy at first,
Yeah.
about building.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Great question, dude. So, the previous IMO that I came from, I just didn't have the confidence to like build a team there with those guys with like the leadership and kind of just like what they were building. Um, I just didn't like align with the way that they were building, the team. Not until like, I started talking to you and, thanks to you for like pushing me to recruit. Um, I really, felt confident building something here with you. I don't know what it was. It definitely has to do with like the way that you're building. You're like leading from the front. You wrote a ton of business last year. That's what I was kind of looking for, someone that's like leading from the front. Two, you're attracting like all these high caliber, producers. Um, and the most impressive part was these guys weren't high like necessarily like the best producers when they came to you, but you were really able to like turn them from another agency doing mortgage or whatever it is, kind of help them transition to IULs. and they were able to write, you know, 3 times, 4 times more with you and really become very profitable selling IULs. So that was like the most impressive thing for me, dude. Seeing now what you've done as far as like, building the team and from a leadership standpoint and the profitability that you guys have. Guys like Hamza, Michael Malden, Mike Devine, and it just wasn't one guy, dude. It was like, Ben Kelly. It was like a lot of guys, bro. It's not just like one guy's that you've been able to replicate this kind of like this strategy that you got going on. So I was like, dude, that's impressive. And bro, just like the way that you even led me, bro, coming in, bro, like that gave me so much confidence to go and recruit because I knew that I was gonna have the backing to really build something that was like sustainable.
Yeah.
And build it with like the right people with you. So, dude, honestly, bro, I have to give you all the credit for it, for giving me that, confidence and that backing and teaching me from like, how to lead from the front and attract high caliber people and help them transition from a low leverage product to like a higher leverage product and do it in a profitable way that's, sustainable.
100%, dude. Well, dude, you're doing all the work and as is everyone who's come in. So, the props is to you guys. I think the cool thing about what we've been able to do with agents and dude, a lot of those agents, the profitability and the increase in writing, like you saw Jared post, I think it was a couple of days ago, like he was writing like 7, 8, 9K, and then he's writing
Yeah.
30 and 35 a month now. And it's like, dude, a lot of that is really the product. Going from selling mortgage to selling IULs. I think IULs has a big, it seems daunting to people. Like, "Oh, I just want to sell final expense. It's so black and white. It's so, cut and dry." But I think people kind of exacerbate the idea of the IUL and selling it and making it a more complicated process. So I think for us and what we've been able to do is simplify the process, take somebody, plug them into the system, plug them into our trainings. We have a weekly, training schedule and all that. And I think it's been able to help people. And dude, a lot of these people that come in, they already work hard. That's what we try to find, right? The people who are going to work
Yeah.
hard, they already buy leads. Like, dude, Mike
Yeah.
Devine was buying 2 grand a week in leads before I ever met him. He was working
Yeah.
his ass off. He's a great dude. But
Yeah.
like, it's just they weren't looking at their numbers. They weren't looking at, am I profitable? And so whether it's a product or whether it's plugging into a process in the system, you guys are the ones who have done all the work. It's just about putting somebody in a more advantageous, like you said, like a higher leverage situation. So,
Yeah.
dude, for you, like I said, bro, I mean, to go from zero to a team, like I said, that's trending like this month to do like over a
Yeah.
$250,000 in volume.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your group from, because dude, like I said, you're naturally a leader, but you've
Mhm.
taken, that role and ran with it with your group. Like you're leading from the front, you're pushing like self-development. You do a lot of
Mhm.
reading. You have your morning process. You have, your guys' own training schedule with your team.
Yeah.
What is it about building and developing people that excites you and why is it important for you to build up other leaders in your team in your group?
Yeah, bro. Great question, dude. So I think so I'm gonna touch like a lot of different points here. So it's kind of easy, bro, like in our industry because there's so many bad leaders. So it's easy to see like what not to do, right? So like it's easy to most of these guys come from bad leadership, you know. I came from a place where the leadership wasn't, the best, and you kind of like realize what not to do, right? So that's like a good starting point. And then two, dude, like a lot of people aren't making money in this industry, bro. So like my mission is like, dude, like I want to help people, dude. Like I want them to, make money and, really be able to like change their lives and, create a legacy, dude. Which is kind of like our mission is to like really empower, other people and empower other people to step into like leadership roles. And but it all starts with ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I try to like really kind of just like start with me, then I can like help other people. But yeah, dude, I try to lead from the front, just like you, dude. You know, like, self-development, sales trainings, producing at a high level, like not just stop that just because, my guys are producing. Like I'm gonna keep doing the things that I expect from my guys. How am I gonna expect my guys to do stuff that I'm not doing, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my whole philosophy. And I think yeah, bro. I mean, it definitely leadership is a game changer in this industry. I know it's like the product and stuff like that, but it's also like the people that you're doing it with. Yeah, dude. So I just try to embody who I wish I would have, been led by, and you're a great example of that. And who I want my, guys to be. And I think when you come from a very like authentic standpoint, very genuine and you really want to empower other people, dude, the people will just like naturally follow, dude, and it creates like a winning culture. And you see that, bro. It's like creating other dogs that, are looking forward to, step into like leadership roles and they want to do big things for themselves as well. So that's kind of like, our mission here.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Well, anybody who wants to work with Marco, okay, he writes at a Hall of Fame level. Anybody who doesn't know what Hall of Fame is 400,000 in annual premium in issued business a year. Um, we ran the numbers last week with I think it was what, six riders, seven riders. Marco and his group submitted over 70K in business. Okay. Mind you, 2 months ago, Marco was like, I just want to write, I don't want to build, whatever. And because of who he is, the relationships he's developed with people, um,
Mhm.
establishing, an open line of communication with people, not being like,
Yeah.
he's not going to pitch you on anything. He's just here to help if,
Yeah.
you're having trouble in our business. And
Mhm.
I mean, 70K a week, dude, you can run the numbers. Like he's going to be between 250 and 300 this month. And dude, it's been awesome working with you, bro. You're very talented. But you do work really, really hard and lead your group. So I appreciate you, bro. And if anyone wants to reach out to Marco, interested in working with him, he has that solar background. He's sold mortgage. He's made that transition along with his team into selling IUL. He's worked around. He's got experience, and he'll tell you his story personally. I'll leave his contact in the description of the video. But reach out to Marco, man, and we're really looking forward to working with anybody who's in a distressed situation. They're like, hey, dude, I put up with all the BS and all the downsides of our industry, what it has to
Mhm.
offer. But I'm still here. I'm still showing up. I still want to make this work. I just need to do it with, someone who can help me. And that's definitely going to be Marco. So appreciate your time, bro. And let's keep this thing rolling, dude.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you, bro. I'm looking forward to the future and we're gonna, crush it this year.
100%, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah, man.